I'm Michael McNaughton and I'm the Environmental Operations Officer at Port Stephens Council.
And I'm Corey Norman and I'm the Invasive Species Officer at Port Stephens Council.
So I started at Port Stephens Council in 2018 as a Parks and Gardens apprentice.
And I also started in 2018 as a Parks and Garden apprentice as well.
So Corey and I both came from the same pool of applicants, and he was put into Parks and Gardens and I was put into the Roadside and Drainage Department.
So Parks and Gardens involved a lot of, obviously, maintenance in our parks and gardens in the Port Stephens Council area. In particular, I was working out of the Nelson Bay Depot to start, so a lot of the foreshore maintenance and that sort of thing.
Roadside and Drainage was looking after the areas of like retention basins, detention basins, roadside reserves and some other park areas that have been allocated to roadside and drainage. So we would work on a 6-monthly rotation. So one of us would rotate between roadside and drainage, and then there's 2 other Parks and Gardens sections, one at Raymond Terrace and one at Nelson Bay. And then, yeah, you would rotate amongst 3.
I mean, it's hard to look past the 4-day week, especially when we were doing our apprenticeship, we'd get a day of TAFE as well. So we were essentially only working 3 days and then having a day of study, which was a great work-life balance.
You know, so you had the flexibility of the 4-day week as well as generous leave entitlements and whatnot. And also you had the a good workplace network to bounce off of. And yeah, so you could ask like horticultural questions to your workmates who had been through TAFE previously.
Upon completing my apprenticeship, I actually moved into roadside and drainage first, and they were really eager and happy to take me on board. Not long into that, I had been offered the position of a team leader, so that I was able to pretty well walk straight out of my apprenticeship into a position higher up. I worked there for just under 12 months and then the opportunity came up in the invasive species with natural systems.
So at the end of my tenure as a Parks and Gardens apprentice, I got put on full-time as a trades assistant in Parks and Gardens at the Nelson Bay Depot. And then I worked there for about probably 12 and a bit months before progressing to my current role. Doing your apprenticeship at council means you get to look after different parcels of land that not many people have access to. Like most people go to the Shoal Bay to enjoy the view, for instance, but you're just there doing your job. And yeah, it's definitely cool. Like I got to see so much of Port Stephens that other people would never get to see.
Yeah, and I mean working in council, it's a massive place. There's over 500 people employed here, so working through the apprenticeship that we did, you get to meet a lot of those different areas of council, whereas even people that have been working here for 20 years plus, they might not have even met the amount of people that you have. So it's a really good opportunity for networking as well through council.